another month down. Time for another update. So, since the last update, my portfolio has continued to move higher, sort of slowly and steadily. But as you know, that always wins the race. There's been some interesting moves this month, and let's take a look where we stand. So, last month my portfolio was 1,070,000. This was spread across my pension, ISA, and general investment account. It's increased to £1,084,000. It's about a £14,000 increase over the past month, which is just around 1.3% overall. So not a massive month, especially compared to previous months that we've seen, but still positive movement in the direction that I want it to go. So what's behind the movement this month? Well, it's just a combination of my regular contributions to my pension. I also made some investments in my general investment account. And again, it's just market performance as well. The main sort of contributions I made to my general investment account this month were I bought some Microsoft prior to its earnings. I already had a bit of a decent position in Microsoft, but I thought about adding to it because I thought it still looked undervalued at the time. And that's and also the general pension contribution was to an all world tracker. Then following after my purchase of Microsoft, its earnings weren't too long after. I'd say it's probably a few weeks or so after my initial purchase, maybe a month or so. And during the earnings, there were some fairly significant movements following the earnings, so it's been an interesting stock to watch recently. But I've always got to remember my portfolio isn't based on short-term decisions. I bought that Microsoft with a view on the long term, so while the initial bump is nice to see, it's something I hope to continue to grow over the long term. And as always, my sort of strategy remains focused on investing consistently and holding quality businesses and passive tracker ETFs, which sort of take a long-term approach. My portfolio sort of is still invested across my pension, ISA, and general investment account, and there's not really been any changes to those allocations. I'm continuing to sort of prioritise my pension, being that I've used the ISA allowance, but I have moved platform where I held my stocks and shares ISA. I was on Trading 212 and I've now moved it to Barclays. And it's just mainly I really like Trading 212 and I will continue to use it. But the reason I moved this amount is I just want to sort of diversify where I'm holding my portfolio and it kind of increase security. Just with a more established name. And I have to say the Barclays is it is also cheap. The platform itself is free. There is a shared dealing charge of £6, but I'm only likely to make their purchase a big lump sum purchase on my ISA sort of every sort of once a year. So that £6 isn't too much of a issue. In terms of what I bought, it's just it was just a not Barclays. It was Microsoft and the sort of a world tracker in my pension. It's really just about sticking to the plan. Is my sort of major sort of strategy. My sort of learnings I sort of gained from this month is of how quick individual stocks can move following major events like earnings. And it's good to, but that's a good example why it's not worth it being too obsessed with what happens in the short term. you've got to look for what you hope for the stock for a long term. Going into sort of next few months, my focus remains pretty simple: just to continue investing regularly, keep building my sort of pension, continue my long-term investments where appropriate, and avoid overreacting to any short-term market movements, and just keep trying to identify any companies that I view as undervalued. I've been sort of weighing up, looking at whether I want to buy some Uber recently. It's not something I've made my mind 100% on, but I think they look pretty undervalued at the moment, and it's definitely something I've been weighing up. I will let you know if I add to it or if I add to any other positions. Yeah, so that's where my portfolio stands at the end of the day. 1,084,000, up 14,000 from the last month. I'll be back next month with another portfolio update, and I'll sort of let you know how my portfolio has performed, whether the market's up or down. Thank you.